The Dallas Mavericks are hitting the reset button after a brutal season, but the front office has a massive mission ahead. We are breaking down the most glaring roster hole they must address this offseason to transform back into true championship contenders. From abysmal three-point shooting percentages to the urgent need for elite floor spacers, we analyze exactly which moves could turn this team around.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Rookie of the Year race just took a massive turn as Kon Knueppel and the Charlotte Hornets crashed out of the play-in tournament. After a pair of cold shooting nights that left voters questioning his composure under pressure, the path is wide open. We are diving into why these duds may have just gifted the trophy to Dallas Mavericks star Cooper Flagg. While all eyes were on the superstars, a slept-on rookie quietly became the most valuable asset on the floor for the Dallas Mavericks. Moussa Cisse just finished the season as the only Maverick to maintain a positive on-court net rating with significant minutes played. We are looking at the stunning stats that prove why this undrafted gem is the low-usage, high-impact force the team needs for next year. Despite the disappointment of this past year, there are 3 rock-solid reasons why Dallas Mavericks fans should keep their heads held high. From the record-breaking rookie campaign of Cooper Flagg to a golden opportunity in the upcoming NBA draft and the long-awaited return of Kyrie Irving, the future is brighter than you think. Get the full scoop by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and ringing the bell so you never miss a single update. Ever wonder how a team that reached the NBA Finals just 2 years ago can suddenly crash and burn so hard that they finish the season with a dismal 26-56 record? That is the brutal reality the Dallas Mavericks are facing right now after a nightmare campaign defined by injuries and a massive roster reset. While shipping off Anthony Davis was a necessary move to clear the books, the cold, hard numbers prove this team is in desperate need of a facelift if they want to be taken seriously as contenders again. Let's be honest, in today's pace and space NBA, you either shoot or you go home early. The Mavs finished 26th in three-point percentage and 29th in total threes made. It is physically painful to watch a team struggle that badly from beyond the arc. Sure, getting Kyrie Irving back from his ACL injury is a massive boost, and his gravity on the floor will definitely open up more looks. But banking on Kyrie as a playmaker to fix a broken shooting rotation is a gamble, not a strategy. Dallas needs pure, proven floor spacers. Look at the current roster. Klay Thompson is struggling with efficiency, and while young guys like John Poulikitas showed flashes, they are not reliable enough to carry a championship-level load yet. The front office has some tough decisions to make. Are they going to chase veterans like Luke Kennard or Dean Wade in free agency? Do they offload players like Caleb Martin to clear cap space? They have to do something, because running it back with this current shooting deficiency is essentially a death sentence for their playoff hopes. What do you think the Mavs' priority should be this summer? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe and follow us on X for all the latest updates. After all, if you cannot hit the bottom of the net from deep, you are just waiting for the offseason to start all over again. Is the Rookie of the Year race officially over? If you have been watching the drama unfold, you might agree that Kon Knueppel just handed the trophy to Cooper Flagg on a silver platter. After a stretch where some critics were still holding on to hope for Knueppel, his recent performance in the play-in tournament was nothing short of a disaster. Look, voters aren't supposed to count these games, but human nature is real, and the psychological impact of folding when the lights are brightest is impossible to ignore. Knueppel went an abysmal 2 for 12 against the Heat, and then followed that up with an 11-point dud on 3 of 10 shooting against the Magic. We are talking about a combined 1 for 12 from deep in must-win territory. When it mattered most, he disappeared. Meanwhile, look at Cooper Flagg. While he didn't reach the postseason, his individual impact has been transcendent. We're talking about 51-point and 45-point masterclasses that proved he is already playing at an all-star level. Critics tried to argue that Knueppel deserved the nod for lifting the Hornets to a 44-38 record, but that argument evaporated the moment they were eliminated. Outside of his three-point shot, Flagg is simply the better player in every facet of the game: defending, rebounding, playmaking, and attacking the rim. Knueppel has a bright future, but he just isn't the dynamic force that Flagg is. If you are a voter sitting on the fence, that final impression of Knueppel struggling in a win-or-go-home game should be the final nail in the coffin for his candidacy. So, what do you think? Has Flagg done enough to silence the doubters, or are you still holding out for a surprise? Let me know your pick for Rookie of the Year in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the league's biggest debates. Sometimes, the best way to earn the crown is simply to watch your competition hand it to you. Think you know the entire Mavericks rotation? Think again. While everyone is busy debating the big-name stars, a hidden gem has been quietly rewriting the narrative on what a rookie can do for a struggling team. Meet Moussa Cisse, the undrafted standout who just pulled off a statistical feat that nobody saw coming. In a season that felt like a marathon of growing pains, Cisse did something none of his teammates could manage. He finished as the only Maverick to log at least 500 minutes while maintaining a positive on-court net rating. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is net rating the be-all and end? All? Of course not. But when you look at the raw numbers, it's impossible to ignore the impact. Even with players like Derek Lively II showing promise, Cisse's sustained presence with a +0.5 net rating proves he wasn't just a flash in the pan. He was a stabilizer. And let's be real, context is everything here. While we've all been focused on the phenom Cooper Flagg, Cisse was quietly operating in the shadows, posting an efficiency differential that put him in the 78th percentile league-wide. He doesn't fill up the box score, averaging just over 4 points and 5 boards, but he's the definition of a high-impact, low-usage worker. He's crashing the glass, he's swatting shots, and he's finishing at the rim with efficiency that makes you wonder why he isn't getting more talk. In a modern NBA where elite teams are built on stars like Irving and Flagg, having a guy who knows his role is worth its weight in gold. Cisse isn't trying to be a hero. He's doing the dirty work that winning teams crave. Whether it's providing depth behind Gafford or Lively, or stepping up when the injury bug bites, he has carved out a niche that makes him a legit contender for a permanent spot in Dallas. If you're a Mavs fan, pay attention to the guys doing the heavy lifting in the paint. The future might be brighter than the box score suggests. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Mavericks' underrated talent, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Do you think Cisse deserves a permanent rotation spot next season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, the best stories in basketball are often the ones happening just under the radar. If you are a Mavericks fan, the 2025-26 season was nothing short of a nightmare. We had the talent on paper, but between injuries, awkward roster construction, and a lack of chemistry, it felt like watching a championship-caliber car engine stalled on the side of the highway. But before you throw your jersey in the trash, I want to talk about why the bounce back might be closer than you think. First off, let's talk about the silver lining that is Cooper Flagg. Forget the generational prospect label for a second. Look at the numbers. Averaging 21 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists as a rookie. He's basically doing what only Michael Jordan has done in the last half-century, leading his team in every major statistical category. Trust me, losing this much has left a bitter taste in his mouth, and that kind of hunger in a star player is exactly what fuels a dynasty. Second, let's look at the treasure chest that is the 2026 NBA draft. Dallas is sitting in a prime spot with a lottery pick, and that extra 30th pick from the Anthony Davis trade. This is a rare, golden opportunity to stock up on youth. If they nail these picks like they did with Derek Lively II back in 2023, they can surround Flagg with high-level talent that sticks around for the long haul. And finally, the wild card, the return of Kyrie Irving. You're talking about nearly 19 months without seeing his magic on the floor. Whether or not he comes back at 100% is the big question mark, but that level of playmaking and sheer electrifying talent is the adrenaline shot this offense has been crying out for. It is a long road back to the playoffs, but the foundation is there. If you want to stay in the loop on how this roster shuffle plays out, smash that subscribe button for our newsletter and follow us on X for real-time updates. Tell me in the comments, Do you think a healthy Kyrie and a sophomore Cooper Flagg are enough to get us back to the finals? Let's keep the conversation going.